Let's talk all about the International Children's Festival of the Arts later this month and some of the featured performers.
Yeah, the Children's Festival this year, we're going into our 36th year. So we've been around for quite a while. We run May 30th to June 4th, so it's a Tuesday through to a Sunday. Sunday's new this year. It's the first time we've ever been open on Sunday, which we're quite excited about. And for those people out there that don't know about the Children's Festival, really what we are, our mandate is to expose children to the arts in a fun and entertaining way. So we have feature performers, site activities, roving entertainment, all sorts of creative sort of ventures for kids, sort of K to 6 to experiment in.
Stephen, I know this is before your time, but do you know the idea behind the inaugural festival?
The idea behind the original Children's Festival was actually started in Edmonton, and it was started by a group out of the Citadel Theatre in Sir Winston Churchill Square. And what, at the time, through the Lougheed years and the Lougheed money, a whole bunch of municipalities in the province got together and decided, you know what we need to do? We need to bump up our arts exposure for children in K to 6. Previous to that, there was a lot of pulling back of arts programming and funding for a lot of especially rural communities. And so this group got together and said, if no one else is going to do it, let's do it. And then rather than taking it to them out in those communities, let's do it here and then bring them here. And so that's really where it started. And 36 years later, it's grown from, a couple activities and a stage to over 10 feature performances, over 6 days, 16 activities, to over 60,000 people come.
What are people saying about the festival?
I think the biggest thing I hear over and over again is, the Children's Festival is just a fun, imaginative, creative afternoon or day with their kids. So many parents come up to me and say, you know what, my daughter now wants to take piano lessons because of a show they saw at the Children's Festival. Or my son wants to go into drawing and art classes and painting classes because of what he did at the Children's Festival. And it just hard every time I run into these people on the street and they tell me what an impact the Children's Festival's had on their children and on them. And that's what we do. That's what we strive to do, and that's why we do what we do.
Sharon Morin also joining us. Sharon, let's talk about the on-site Indigenous theme events going on. Tell us about those.
Well, this year we're doing a session on birch bark canoes and traveling. We're going to be talking about how the canoes were the cars and the rivers are the highways. And that's how people got across, and explaining how the First Nations and Métis people use those. And then one of the others is the beading, and they'll be doing flower beads with pony beads and making a bracelet with that with Selena Lawyer, who has done the festival for probably about 5-6 years now. Yeah.
There's a lot of Indigenous theme events happening this year with the festival.
Yeah, well, it's been an ongoing. I started there about 10 years ago, sitting along the river with the Red River cart, doing braiding and talking about the Métis sash and that. And it's just kind of blown into us having our own tents. And Selena, who's a master finger weaver, did finger weaving for several years and has done dream catchers. And now they have her doing the beading. I've done the finger weaving. I did TP teachings. We've done the Giving Tree. We did a whole session with Leah Dorian's book called The Giving Tree. It's a Métis telling of the Giving Tree story, and that. So it's been something that the festival has been aware of for about 10-11 years, and they've taken it and really ran with it.
Stephen Bourdeau and Sharon Morin joining CFWE this afternoon. If someone listening right now that has never experienced the Arts Festival, bring us inside it. What are they missing out on?
They're missing out on just seeing acts from all over the world. As Stephen alluded to, a lot of art stuff. But there's also a lot of cultural things going on, not just First Nations and Métis and Inuit, but, they've had the Ukrainian Village has been there. They've had La Boucheron there. They have people. The one that I really enjoyed was the throat singers from Mongolia.
Oh, yeah.
It gives you an opportunity to see shows that you wouldn't necessarily see. And they may say that they're for children, but they're just something that everybody, I think, can enjoy.
Family friendly.
Family friendly. Good deal. Great food. And where it's situated along the Sturgeon River, and you have, it's a beautiful walkway. We have 4 or 5 big statues there from Stuart Steinauer that people can interact with, and it's just a lovely little place to kind of walk around to.
Let's talk about tickets right now. They are available, right?
Yes, yeah. Tickets are available throughout the week, so Tuesday all the way through Sunday. Tuesday through Friday, we have about 15,000 school kids that come down. So tickets are limited throughout the week, and so we're encouraging public and people to come on to the weekend. And we have still quite a few tickets available for that. And they're available through our website, childfest.com. or you can give us a call at 459-1500 and talk to anybody, get the tickets. And the tickets are quite affordable. They're $13 a piece. All of our programming is subsidized through government funding and corporate sponsorship and things like that. So the shows that we offer and the caliber shows we offer, if we were to bring them on their own for a one-time thing, they'd be $45 to $60, and we're able to offer them for $10 to $13 a ticket. So it's incredible, one-in-a-lifetime chance to see these things. And, it happens just in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, that's right. May 30th is when the event kicks off in St. Albert. Stephen, where is it going to be located at?
So it's in downtown St. Albert, based out of St. Albert Place, so St. Anne's Street.
Okay.
We do have a park and ride that's available from the Village Tree Mall. And, it's a free park and ride to get themselves down there. It's situated along the Sturgeon River. The festival grounds is an open festival, so there's no, ticketing booth or anything like that. There's no gates or anything. So they can come down. It's along the Sturgeon River. It covers 5 city blocks. So there's picnic areas. There's a few large parks. It's got the river there, and it's a great event just to come down with the family and spend a day. We've got food vendors and free entertainment and paid entertainment and just a lovely setting.
One of the things is that there's going to be a Métis activity tent that ATCO's been working on, and we worked along with them last year. And we're going to have interpreters in there this year, so it'll be specific to the Métis story around St. Albert and just some Métis kind of general information, Red River Cart, Bannock, Sash, Michif language, that kind of thing.
I think just to echo what Sharon said, we are very proud of our Métis and First Nations heritage and history in St. Albert, so we make every effort we can to offer a lot of programming that tell our story and the story of the community. There's programming, there's activities to do with a takeaway, that's $3 to do this beadwork or to create the birch bark canoe, but we also have a lot of free complimentary interpreters and setups and venues that are Indigenous based to tell those stories and for those teachings. And we encourage everybody to come down and hear our story and these stories from these other cultures from around the world that we bring in.
Stephen Bourdeau and Sharon Morin from the Children's Festival of the Arts in St. Albert coming up on May 30th. Appreciate you coming in.
Awesome.
Thanks for having us.